My name is Alex Corsi, and behind me are the 1999 XK8 and the Jaguar XJ6 from 1984. These were my grandparents' vehicles throughout the 80s and 90s. To my right, the XK8 was my grandfather's, his XK8, and behind me to my left was my grandmother's daily driver, the XJ6, or her XJ6. They've been retired as of recent. Over the past few years, they've been just sitting in this garage as my grandmother has dailied her new XJ6, her 06 XJ6. My grandfather has recently passed away, and because of that, I've kind of been motivated to resurrect these from the dead for my grandmother. Just so she can have some memories of the time she was able to spend with my grandfather. And so for that, I find that it's my duty to resurrect these with James.
Damn! Fine. Yo!
No!
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 Yes, you did. Today, what we got accomplished was we got the XK8 started. We got her running, but she didn't want to stay alive very long. We have diagnosed that it could possibly be a fuel pump, so that's the next thing we're gonna try to take on. That's the next task. So that's going to require us to take out the whole fuel tank and see what we can do with that. On the XJ6 over here, we've noticed a lot of things we might have to conquer and some stuff in our way, but we started off by draining the oil, and because it was a little full, we also noticed that we might need some new brakes. We're going to try and get a new battery in there and see what we can do with that and see if we can even get her to crank over, but it's going to be a work in progress. Grandfather kind of kept my grandmother as like a princess, so so these cars are like her crown, and these are although she doesn't drive them, she's still I don't think she'd ever want to get rid of the XJ6. The XJ6 is just it's her baby, and although I mean it has 92,000 miles on it, and I'm not necessarily positive that all of those are from her, I feel that in itself, with the rather low mileage and just the sentimental value it's worth itself in bringing it back from the dead, I feel like it's my duty as her only grandson to kind of revive these and maybe even allow her to hopefully drive around in them one day. Hopefully.
That's the goal, man.
That is the goal. That's the overall goal, obviously. Talking to my grandmother about Jags gets her excited. It is funny. It's funny enough that she's interested in my car and my mother's car. It's funny that every time I bring up the XJ6 though, she cannot stop talking about it. So when I heard whenever I first brought up the idea of reviving these, I knew that it was the right thing to do. I knew that it was necessary because her reaction to thinking about driving the white Jag was awesome. Just the idea of her being able to cruise around, and that is a cool feeling, because right now I know she's obviously going through things with my grandpa's passing, so just bringing that back would help out a lot, I feel.